Okay, I want to talk to you about the absolute despicable nature of how some psychiatric staff behave in a psychiatric ward, on a psychiatric ward, or in a psychiatric facility. Um, as I've said before, I've been sectioned 4 times. No free choice, you know. Now, excuse me. I was sectioned in Glasgow in what's called the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Now, it was called the Southern General at the time, but it's now called the Queen Elizabeth Hospital because it's a brand new hospital. I don't know what the facilities are like there now, but all I know is when I was there, you know what the facilities were like when I was there, and the attitude of the staff, you know, which was disgusting, to be quite frank. I got to the point, they're so lazy and they're so judgmental, and you've just got you know, pre predisposition that schizophrenia is a bad word, you know. It's schizophrenics are, you know, worthless and useless, and they don't like them, you know, because of all the scare stories and propaganda you hear, you know. So there's that, you know. And when I was in with a lot of, you know, with Alzheimer's and dementia, and there was one guy in particular, and I watched him, and I watched him go from a healthy, strong-minded, quick off the mark guy, you know, really fast. You know, his brain's perfect, you know, really fast, quick-witted, you know. I watched this guy go from all of that to nothing, a shadow. He became a complete shadow of his former self, you know. And to the extent that my mum even noticed it, and, you know, I'd never thought that, you know, she'd pick up on something like that, you know. Normally it's me that's watching everything that's going on around me, you know, because I'm not going to be taken advantage of, you know, and I'm very skeptical of people, you know, especially when you're supposed to be being cared for by medical staff, you know, which is a complete joke. Now, after being sectioned 4 times, all 4 times were against my will, you know, and with the medication that they gave me, the poison that they gave me, I feel traumatised. I still feel traumatised by the medication more than anything else. The staff too, you know, the medication, you know. I feel like, you know, it's actually giving me some serious mental problems. It's killed off a lot of my brain cells or something, you know, because I used to be a real fun, loving, happy-go-lucky young girl, and now I'm just like a bitter, cynical old woman, I think, you know. Real cynical, you know, really cynical. You know, I find it really difficult to trust anyone now, you know? And this is this is the psychiatric hospital that I took to court and won. This is the psychiatric hospital that the psychiatrist tried to keep me in for a year when I wasn't in a psychotic state. I wasn't taking a psychotic episode, you know. I was reflecting back on it, you know, and they totally misdiagnosed me, you know. And it's frightening because when you go to a mental hospital and they evaluate you, they're supposed to work out whether you're a harm to yourself, harm to others, or whether you're in a florid psychotic state, you know. And I was none of them, you know. I had problems, yeah, like seeing things, not hearing things right enough, but seeing things, you know, and sort of having, seeing things, sort of having imaginary sort of friends, you know, like Michael Jackson and Bob Dylan, who would appear when I was feeling really shat on by the nurses in there because they treated you like you were some sort of weirdo, you know. When you're not, you're just sick, you know. You're just ill, you know, with the hallucinations or the delusions of just generally feeling ill, you know. So yeah, just reading my notes, otherwise I can't remember what I've been talking about. Right, okay. Yeah, so that trauma, and it wasn't just the psychiatric staff, you know, in the Southern General Hospital, it was also the psychiatric staff that I went to once I was released from the psychiatric hospital. Sorry, I'm drinking. It's a free world, you know. Yeah. And so I started seeing the psychiatrist after I left the psychiatric hospital, and she was young, she was clueless, and she had no idea she had no experience of and no idea about people that wind up with schizophrenia due to drug use, you know. And that can be such a complex area, you know, to deal with, you know. It's even doctors, you know, doctors can't just prescribe the likes of, you know, methadone or painkillers, you know, to combat your drug addiction. They need a special license to do that, and they need an additional few years of training, you know, before they can do that. But psychiatrists don't have that, and they don't give a shit. As soon as you say, you know, that you're a drug addict to a psychiatrist, they don't want to know. And the reason they don't want to know is because they can't give you a diagnosis while under the influence of drugs. And that really frustrates them. I find that really pissed them off, you know, because when I was in the psych ward, we were getting lots of drugs in, you know, and they done regular drug tests, and mine kept coming back positive. Well, most of everyone that I was in with kept coming back positive for drugs, and it meant that the psychiatrists couldn't basically prescribe you more poison, because they couldn't do an accurate assessment, because the person, say they were assessing me, they couldn't assess me properly because I was under the influence, and that really used to piss them off, and I just loved that, I just loved it. There's nothing else to do, in mental hospital apart from take drugs, because they were so abundant, I'm sure I've said this before, but it's like jail, it's so easy, to get drugs in jail, and mental hospitals are the exact same. It's so easy to get drugs in mental hospitals, and everyone ends up doing drugs. Most people with bipolar, I know, do drugs, to help, them, or schizophrenics for the God, my memory, so annoying. The side effects, sorry. So yeah, it totally fucked up all the really pissed off the psychiatrists when that happened. And another thing, right? Psychiatrists will tell you, don't take drugs. Under no circumstance should you be taking drugs. But on the other hand, they're more than happy to write out a methadone prescription for you, if you take heroin. And you're just like that. What the fuck is going on here, You shouldn't be taking drugs, but you're allowed methadone, That's a really strong painkiller, It's madness, It's total madness. These psychiatrists have been trained, to work for the drug companies, not work for the, sick people, that have schizophrenia or bipolar, that find themselves wind up in a hospital, These psychiatrists are just into, the more they can prescribe you, the better, in my opinion. And I'd rather shoot myself in the head than take their medication, some of their medications. The only medication I take that was prescribed by my previous doctor, who was cool, was Largactol, and that's the only thing I take. That and Valium. That's the only two things I take now, and they worked for me, But it was just through boredom that I started taking drugs again, and I don't take them often, but it does help, with the schizophrenia, and the side effects of the antipsychotic. As I've said before, probably a million times before, it does definitely help with that, What I wanted to talk about? Totally forgot. This is a complete disaster, as usual. But because we're coming up to 15 minutes, I'll have to do a part 2, okay? I'll talk to you soon.